there, Diana from Adirondack Girl at Heart. I teach vintage and antique lovers how to create successful antique businesses that they love. One of the ways I do that is through these videos. Today I'm going to be focusing on cookbooks. If you've been following me for any time at all, you know I love cookbooks and I love to sell them. I sell most of them from my antique booth very regularly. Certain more valuable ones I'll sell on eBay. I have 3 Betty Crocker cookbooks to show you today. Here is a 1980 version in really decent shape, and it should sell for $15 to $18, and you can see I paid $1 for it. That's like the price range that I like to stick to, around $1 or $2. They do sell well, but they're taking up space, so I don't want to spend a huge amount on them. This one I picked up for $2. It's a new copy of a 1950s edition of the Betty Crocker picture cookbook. So this comes also in a hardcover and a soft cover, and I've sold all 3. This originally sold for $29.95. And I think I can sell it for about $20 to $25, and I may do that on eBay. And then this one, does that bring back memories? Oh my gosh, it's just so, it just brings back a lot of memories. This one, it says that it's first edition, 4th printing, it's 1963, and I might sell that on eBay in the $18 to $20 range. We'll just have to see. And then I have 2 from Good Housekeeping, which are really interesting. Here's this one, older, of course, as you can tell, and well used. I will use a magic eraser and very lightly try to remove some of that grime. I do have some other hints on cleaning books on my website, and I'll link to that below, as well as cookbook collecting guide and a cookbook price guide, and I do have another video that's all about cookbooks. And this is not in great shape, so I will probably price it at about $8. And here's the other one. This is the Good Housekeeping Illustrated Cookbook. Really big and heavy. Got it for $1. Salvation Army for me is a great place to pick up cookbooks, because at my local one they're priced at $1. On Fridays it's 4 for $1. So there's some of the illustrations. This dates to 1980, and I will probably put $15 on that, sell it from my antique booth. Next I have a selection of books by name brands that we would be familiar with. Here's Magic Chef, 1933. Probably priced that at about $8. This is a cautionary tale. If this was in good shape, I would have priced it at about $10, but I didn't look at it before I bought it. It dates to 1971, and it has a lot of water damage. I hate selling things that are in such bad condition. I would probably put $1 or $2 on that. I paid $1 for it. This one I want to check out on eBay. There are people who collect Coke like to acquire everything. So this originally sold for $12.95. You can see that on the back. And I think it's from the 2000s, 1994. It dates to 1994. So without doing any research, I would put it in my booth for $10. I should mention before I continue that for the rest of the cookbooks, I paid $1. So when I go to estate sales, that's the price I'm looking for books. And if they cost $2 or $3 or $4, then I don't even tend to look at them unless I'm looking for a leather bound book, which I will spend more for. They sell super well. So this one was $1. This is the New York Times More 60-Minute Gourmet. So the New York Times cookbook, just the typical general one, which is quite thick, sells well, and I expect this one to sell too. I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning on that and price it at $10. The Saturday Evening Post Family Cookbook. So fun, right? That's not a Norman Rockwell, but it has a Norman Rockwell look, doesn't it? It's got kind of sepia toned recipes in there, and it dates to 1970. This is a reprint, 1977. Cute. $10. And of course, Martha Stewart. Everybody needs a Martha Stewart cookbook in their collection, right? This was priced at $16, and she looks like she's about 40 there, 35 or 40. So this is from a ways back. Looks like the 1992, 1985. $10. So the rest I picked up because they're interesting. The Art of Cooking and Serving by Sarah Field Flint. She must have been a personality back in the day. This one dates to 1931. $8. The Weed Cookbook dates to 1972. I think that's fascinating. I actually kind of want to read that myself. $8. The Complete American Jewish Cookbook, originally $16, 1971. I will put $12 on that. It is a nice good size cookbook, but also super specific and interesting. Here's one, the 3-Star Cuisine Cookbook by Baumer von Marx, A Nobleman in the Kitchen. So some of these are just quirky and interesting, and I think that people who collect cookbooks would be interested in them. This one dates to 1965, and I'm going to research this one, right? Some of these really peculiar, unique ones were probably not printed in great numbers. This one I find offensive, but Slenderella cookbook. Look at her. This has got to be from the 1950s or 60s, right? 1957, and it's filled with presumably slimming recipes. So that's like a historical document right there. $12, $12 to $15. I've sold this one before. This is the Farm Journal's Country Cookbook. And this is in really super condition. It would have originally had a dust jacket, so it's missing that. Dates to 1959, and I will put $12 on that. Cuisines of Europe. So two categories of people buy cookbooks. People who collect them, right? So collectors, and then people who want to use them. And so this cookbook, I think, would appeal to either or to both of those categories of buyers. This dates to 1983, and I will put $10 on that. Then lastly, I want to show you a few that are regional. I always pick up regionally oriented cookbooks. So here's one. This is the Junior League of Albany. So I live in the Albany area, and what a pretty cover. I've seen this around, and I will put $12 on it. Nothing super special about the inside. It's really the cover and the fact that it's Albany. So $12, right around $12. And then here's the Hudson River Valley Cookbook. So I live in the Hudson River Valley, and this is a newer one, but I thought would definitely interest some people. Actually, it dates to 1995. This is a reprint 1998, and I will price it at $12 also. And then the last regional one, this is the New York Farm Bureau Country Cooking. It's a spiral. I will put $8 to $10 on that one. And then two pamphlets. One you may recognize. This is a Pillsbury Bake Off cookbook. I'm going to say 1970s or 1980s, sometime in there. Oh no, 1967. 1967. These sell for about $4 or $5. And then this is the Family Supply, the Family Food Supply put out by Metropolitan Life Insurance Company. A little booklet, probably I'm going to say 1910s, 1934. should sell for about $3 or $4. And that's it for my vintage and antique cookbook finds. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, would you give me a thumbs up? Would you subscribe? That would be awesome. Leave a comment. Visit me over at AdirondackGirl@heart.com to find out about more vintage and antiques. And as always, happy hunting.